everybody. I'm Pastor Mark Gudmunson at Pukalani Church of the Nazarene on the island of Maui. And as you all know, we've suffered devastating wildfires over the last 10 days here on Maui, and Lahaina town, which so many of you have probably been to and know, is destroyed. It's for all intents and purposes, it's gone, burned to the ground. We're up country in Maui. We're about 25 miles away from Lahaina, 30 miles away from Lahaina. But we had fires above us in Kula. The fire came to within about 3/4 of a mile of our church, but by the grace of God, it went around us. There were over 28 houses that were burned in Upper Kula, and countless businesses have been lost. Lives have been lost. It's over 100 lives lost on Maui to this point. It's a terrible tragedy. And here at Puka Naz, we hit the ground at 0 hour. As soon as they evacuated Lahaina and people started heading to the shelters, we went up and took food. We saw that they had no beds in the shelter above us here in Hannibal Tavara Center in Pukalani. So we, Dylan Nails, who's our fire response coordinator, called me. He said, "Hey, Pastor, we got to do something. There's hundreds of people here, no beds." And so I said, "Can I go purchase some beds?" And so I gave him the green light. He went down, bought over 50 beds, all that they had, air mattresses, and took up to the community center. And he began to work up there along with a couple other individuals from Puka Naz, offering aid and meals and just trying to take care of people. He called me back, said, "We got to get more air mattresses. There's so many people and they're laying on the ground." And he went down and they bought 25 more at another store and took up there. So the first 75 air mattresses in the shelter were from Puka Naz, and we were about a day and a half ahead of the Red Cross getting something for people to sleep on. Right away, the first night, we started bringing people, inviting people to come to our church to shelter in place. We got air mattresses for in here, blankets and pillows, and we began to feed people, and we began to purchase groceries and take groceries out to people at the shelters, and even in Lahaina, once the fires were controlled enough, we were able to take groceries and toiletries and clothing out to Lahaina to help the displaced people out there. It's been a huge team effort. Every single day, we take up to $10,000 worth of direct aid out to the people. And we're, unlike a lot of the shelters or the aid stations, we're taking the aid to the people. Everybody else is requiring them to come to them to get the supplies they want. And the problem with that is most of the roads are shut down. There's restrictions. A lot of them don't have gasoline for their cars, so they couldn't even get out if they had to get food and water. And so we've been taking, and by the grace of God, been allowed to go on the roads.